So it looks like we're good. That means we can actually play the game. Yay! We're gonna actually play the game! Technical difficulties might be solved. Alright, I'm gonna actually not start this stream. For the first time since I started playing this game, we're not going to play this game, or I'm not starting words. I'm not starting the stream by talking about magic realism. So, be impressed. I can be halfway on topic occasionally. It is on topic. It's not on topic. Oh no, Gundy. Bat feeder, which I think somebody pointed out last stream that these things that we're seeing are also which I guess we can see if we look at our map. I love that there's 0. Here we go. If you look at these, so there's the bat feeder, the casket, the boat, the bones, the scarecrow, the pendulum. Some of these things are things that we encountered as like when we were in the mine, which is interesting because the mine is the entrance to the 0, if I remember correctly. So those two things being very related, that's actually really interesting because it's such a strange assortment of things in the mine. And they say that they get these things basically from the company store, which, hey, let's talk about the history of capitalism in America. Company stores and that sort of thing are based exactly in, like, that happened. I believe in some places still is happening. But these really strange, surreal things that you could get, and the fact that that mine is the entrance to the 0, timeline-wise, we know that the mine flooded when, like, this generation, when they were kids, I believe, and they lost their parents. And I don't know whether the entrance to the, I don't know whether the 0 as we know it loosely existed then, because the 0 as this weird surreal not space, which now I think about it, the bureau that we're going to be heading back to, I guess we're not going to be heading back to, but the bureau really feels like limbo, a lot like limbo. And kind of this, like, afterlife-y experience where we're not quite going anywhere in particular. But if the 0 is tied to the events of, like, the flooding of the mine, then it's interesting that, I mean, that kind of the fact that these items are the same items as appear in the mine indicates that there's a relationship there of some sort. There's a connection, if that makes sense. And I don't know, because I don't know if the 0 is specific to this region or if it's some sort of, like, larger underworld afterlife thing. I mean, it's a very regional feeling story, a very regional feeling game. Which then, of course, makes me start wondering, well, if the 0, as we see it here, is specifically limited to this region, does everywhere have its equivalent of the 0? Which would be really interesting, actually, and something worth exploring in other stories. I don't know if it's relative to the person. Well, because only one of the characters who is traveling with us has any attachment to the mine. Okay. God, I'm blanking on Conway. I love the Bureau of Secret Tourism. I'm glad we did that. Conway doesn't have any attachment to the mine, so it wouldn't make any sense for the items. I mean, some of the items here are... Oh my god, Deviant Fart, that is a really funny name. I see what you did there. Some of the items in the zero are decidedly specifically related to our characters. Like we have all of the TV related things. Is it Susan? Is that her name? I'm so bad with names. I apologize. Who's a TV repair person? That's kind of her interest. And so it makes sense that those items are here. And the only thing that we know that's related to Conway is they've made it rather clear that alcoholism is either a current... Shannon! I was so close! Shannon, Sharon, that counts. I'm giving myself full credit for that. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. So, but we had some technical difficulties, so we've only been live for about 5 minutes ish of like actually playing. And by playing, look at this, I'm talking about the game while we're on the game screen, and it's directly related to the game instead of me rambling about tangentially related genre things. So, yay! But no, the only thing that we know about with the items on the zero that are related to Conway is that we know that Conway has a either past or present difficulty with alcohol, and there is a bottle. But for example, like the pendulum being is that a mandolin? It looks like a mandolin. Maybe it's a guitar actually. The fretboard and then the neck. I should know these things. I'm in a band. There's guitars. I should know what these are. Hi, Serious Inc. Oh, well, good luck with your pixel dungeon. We will be in the not pixelated undeath afterlife. No, loot. It's not a loot because loots have the thing on top is at an angle. So no, I think it could be an acoustic guitar. Or a mandolin, but I think it's an acoustic guitar. Because when you're thinking about instruments that are not bulbous on the back, an electric guitar is not bulbous on the back. It's flat on the back rather than rounded because it's electric. It doesn't require the acoustics of the instrument to produce sound. But a traditional, I guess it could be, no, banjos are rounder. I think it's either an acoustic guitar or a mandolin. But so acoustic instruments, acoustic stringed instruments require the shape of the body of the instrument to give them resonance. And so the rounded back of a guitar, that's like the sound comes from the inside. If you play an electric guitar without it being amplified electrically, you can barely hear it because that's not where the sound comes from. So... That's right, Steve Martin plays banjo in a band, doesn't he? Anyway, I really like guitars, and I apologize for... I don't actually know if string instruments are some of the old... The thing is, simple woodwinds are very old. Like really basic flutes are very old, and like recorders, like the little doop-doop-doops are super old. There's a lot of recorded music that goes back to the Baroque era, when a lot of instruments that we have now we didn't have then. And obviously music vastly predates the Baroque period or the medieval Renaissance periods. But before that era, bone wooden flutes like or a panpipe, that sort of thing, those are very, very old instruments. Because the thing about a panpipe or a a woodwind like that, like a traverse flute of some sort, is that you don't need to have the physics of it are easier. Whereas trying to get a stringed instrument, there's more things you have to kind of get right. But there are pretty early ones. I'm gonna say that this is probably not a rare or have to look it up instrument. I'm gonna say that this is something basic. But if it looks like a lute guitar, then maybe. I don't know though, because again, this is a very country story. Like, it's very regional. So I would expect regional. So the rowboat was actually a thing that we saw in the mine. rather than it being one of the items that's on the map. The bat feeder, like what even is a bat feeder, you know? So we're just going around in a perfect circle here. Yes, it does seem like a bluegrass instrument, which would fit the music that we hear performed. I guess I should actually look at where I'm supposed to go. Find the crystal and then turn around. Alright. Let's see if we find the crystal here. The casket. And it is interesting, I mean, a lot of it is really like death imagery here. Like even a scarecrow is something you could associate with death, you know? Animal bones, and the bones were actually in the mine as well. But like the fact that we're underground and all of these pieces. Yeah, well, not even tarot deck. I would say it's more like what is it, loteria? I'm probably saying that wrong. Because like the tarot cards, the major arcana, which is I think what you're referencing, the major arcana has a lot of intangible concepts, like strength is one of the cards, isn't it? There's the chariot. No. Anyway, it's there's more, I don't know, it's different. Whereas the like very specific and tied to things. I don't know. I'm trying to make a thing here. Okay. Yeah, no, I have like, I mean, I have right here. So part of the difference there, sorry, you have to deal with my unrelated, here's my unrelated tangent. This is my favorite deck of tarot cards. So most of these aren't going to be very helpful, but like, tarot has a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not esoteric. It's like got an arcane sort of thing. No, it's not the one with the cats, but it's really cool because it's actually like, instead of being entirely really, it's very accessible and down to earth. See? So it's like normal people situations. I don't know if you can see that at all. But no, so the major arcana, there's something kind of like mystical about the concepts in it, whereas I think the Loteria seems a lot more down to earth and real, which obviously, like my tarot cards, I chose these because they have that real feeling to them. But there's something about the I guess the profound in the mundane that this game is doing, which is what Loteria instead of tarot makes me think of. The word that I'm trying to think of is going to come to mind. Yes, this is the one where the tower is a woman on the phone who's just dropped a mug. Because it's the moment of catastrophic change, which is very evocative. All right. Let's let Shannon take me where I'm supposed to go, because obviously I'm just going to spin around in circles. Shall we go to the self-storage unit, which if you'll recall, I am recalling now, in an incredibly efficient action, the Bureau moved out of the storage unit into a church, and they kicked the church people out into the storage unit, which makes tons of sense, and now neither one of them works right. I still think that the Bureau looks like a parking garage. I don't see it looking like a cathedral at all. This may be my problem and not the game's problem. But let's go see some creepy churching, shall we? We visited a church, and when we turned off the power, the like protection against the dark seemed to go away, because there's something significant with electricity here. St. Thomas. Oh, hey! Can anyone tell me if there's anything interesting about St. Thomas? I don't know my saints very well. that say random access self-storage? What's up, Shannon? There's a janitor. Don't see a congregation. All right. Oh. Limping along. Okay, I do not... Yeah, no, it's definitely RAM, which a lot of what they talk about here has to do with computers. And I do really wonder how much of the Zero is shaped by the both research and art of the trio, including Joseph? Mandem access. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Conway, are you a mandem? Alright, janitor friend. Hey! Is your name Roger? If your name is Roger, I'm gonna laugh. Oh, Brandon! Brandon's excited. Oh man, are they gonna do some sort of weird and interesting thing about a janitorial figure being a divine figure? I'm gonna ask what kind of mass it is. It's a homily on... Oh! That's not what I meant, but I was like, is it like a Catholic mass? Or I think Episcopalians do mass? Not really sure. There's a big hole in my knowledge there. Haven't heard this one before, then you can't be the preacher. So why would you ask if he's the preacher? Huh. Yeah, I've heard people describe Episcopalians as Catholic light. So, my best friend growing up, her mom was Episcopalian, and I just thought it was the best word. I have a really hard time remembering how to pronounce it, but I got it eventually. Oh, Gandhimat. Oh, no. Oh, no. We have a pun. A pun has descended into the chat. Huh. Yeah. Mass. Center of gravity. Gravity mass. Huh. This is interesting. I'm gonna overanalyze things. Are you okay with that, folks? Because this isn't just, this actually is really, really fitting with the book that I'm reading. I bought a book that, because I heard the author read from it at a local reading series that some of my grad school classmates host here in Toronto. And I just fell in love with the writing style. But it has a lot of storytelling that also directly says things about human nature. Thanks, Chrono. By the way, welcome to everybody who came in after we started. If this is your first time joining my stream, buckle up, we're gonna talk a lot. Okay. But yeah, so like here we have, I really appreciate this about the writing here. There's a number of things going on. Like there's a clever, funny, like, science joke. I guess that's physics, right? At this point, I think that's physics. Where we're talking about mass and then gravity and that sort of thing, where I'm like, I see what you did there. But like there's, okay, it is physics. I've taken physics extensively. I was the only lit major in my physics class in university. If you ever wanted to know anything about Lauren, there's a little thing right there. I think it says a lot about me. I'm not exactly sure what it says about me, but it's something. But no, this is also like an observation about human nature, that like once something starts to fall, like kind of be seen as falling apart, then it falls apart more. So you have to like work really hard to manage how people perceive a situation that they're in, because they'll react they'll not necessarily react to the actual like inevitability of the situation at hand so much as they'll react to their expectations of the inevitability of the situation at hand, if that makes sense. I don't know if that does or not. But this makes me think of a top that you spin, and maybe that's because I just got the top item in Twilight Princess this week, which I'm also playing on stream. But because that's the thing is like when something goes wrong and then it wobbles, that's what it's making me think of. But I think that this is also probably not just talking about this congregation in specific, but also like this setting, the situation that we're in right now. This idea of things falling apart. People losing their direction. Ah! The tapes! The tapes! See, when we were on the surface, we found a church that had a choir, I believe it was, singing. But it was just we thought that there was a choir in there, but it was just a recording, a cassette tape, a recording of that. And when we unplugged the tape deck, the entire, like the lights and everything went out. As though like this like lingering echo of humanity is the only thing keeping away the dark. And it's interesting actually because like the tapes are also really significant, having some part of the past stored on tape. And then the art gallery that we recently went to in the intermission between act 2, scene 1, right? We're in act 2. Between act 1 and act 2, I swear to God, I was a lit major. I should know something about plays, but obviously theater was not my forte. We did actually interact with an art exhibit that was clearly really, really significant to the story and the characters and the backstory. Possibly, like, the characters that I'm thinking might have shaped the Zero as we see it now to some degree. Not entirely, because there's so much of the lost miners in the Zero. And then there's, I guess, elements of my characters, and then there's elements of these characters, including one of those characters herself. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of like bouncing thoughts around here. They're not really gelling. Maybe they will eventually. Okay. Acetates. I don't even know what those are in this case. This is like older technology that I know. But it does say photos of people in churches, so that kind of gives you the context clue of, oh, that's a kind of photo. So that's really what I need to know. It's interesting, the preacher stops coming. Oh, Conway. This is a very Conway thing to say. Ooh. Work is play for mortal stakes. Oh no, Crown, oh no. Oh, so does he project images of people in church while playing music and recordings of people in church? So we have this, like, you know, gallery exhibit recreating the experience of church without actually having any of the people at church or the church itself actually be present. That's interesting, because that does seem like something that you'd find. It seems like an installation art piece, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Can't you see that being an installation art piece? Because I sure can. You get the projection on the screen of the like video bits and maybe photo bits, and then you hear the sound, and depending on where you're standing, maybe you'll hear or see different bits. Work is play for mortal stakes. Is that a quote from something? So I guess maybe we can assume Catholic. It's like a whole. There's things. I guess each what's the word I'm looking for? Denomination a denomination would have some kind of baggage, regardless of what it is. Apologize if I use any of these words slightly out of turn. Um, I worked in marketing at a Catholic university for about 8 years, and so I learned some things that being completely oblivious, but I definitely gave me a handbook of terms to use because I clearly needed it. But work is play for mortal stakes. Sounds like something I'd have a hard time wrapping my head around. Okay. So you could cut straight to the point and ask about the old bureau records, but what would the fun in that be? To make room for the mass? Ah, okay, so I'm going to change characters. Oh no, Gundibut. What is she doing? Let's go ahead and ask. Huh. That's so interesting. I am sorry for what I am, and what I am is a lit major, and what lit majors are infamous for is finding symbolism in things that don't have symbolism and writing essays on it that are terrible and make you roll your eyes. The best kind of symbolism, in my opinion, is not Nathaniel Hawthorne type of stuff where it's like there's a candle and it represents their soul. Really ham-fisted. I think that symbolism is at its best where it is more like one thing being the feeling of something else. I know, Gandhi, but okay, look. I have never I've been through I played flute at a Unitarian service. And I went to my twin cousin's bar mitzvah, which was the first Jewish service I'd been to. And that's about it. So can you imagine me being quiet through a service at any point in my life? Because I don't know how well I do. No, that's not true though. No, I actually totally went to a Quaker service and I didn't say anything. It's actually one of the most profound experiences of my life. I decided at some point that I was going to go to a few different things I was curious about. Anyway, well, there you go, Gundy, but you and me, are mostly not, did they have oats? No, they did not have oats. So the thing about Sometimes the Curtains being just blue, this isn't the kind of story in which things just happen because we needed something. This is the sort of game, this is the sort of story where everything is layered with meaning. It's spare enough that they can get away with that. So the fact that the person who keeps the church going isn't even somebody part of the church, doesn't even know what they're doing, they're just repeating the actions, which in a way is kind of, to some degree, I mean, that's what tradition is, that's what ritual is. We aren't always connected to the origins. Sometimes we don't even know exactly what the origin of the ritual is, or the context is so different that what used to be relevant has no place, and so maybe it's been adapted, but there's this disconnect between what it was and what it is now, but we still continue doing the same thing because this is what we've always done. And that's interesting. Is this supposed to be symbolic of the thing? Like, probably not, although there is definitely some more overt symbolism happening. But do you see that feeling, that touch of the story where they're shaping your experience by, it's not just a janitor with an overhead projector and a tape player. There's more to it than that. There's layers. It's good. I like it. Conway's like, people have been asking me questions, so I'm going to ask them questions. Oh, is Brandon one of the people in the basement? He's one of the people in the basement. We'll have to play cards in the bar because it looks like gambling. That's funny. So he's pretty young then. I bet he's one of the people in the basement because he's talking about playing cards. I don't know if that's true or not. I would prefer a parfait. I'll leave janitors and card games. Now that sounds like a young adult novel generated title. Like, I want to talk to the people, but I want to listen to the homily. Oh, jeez. I appreciate the advocacy in the form and finally article. To secure for our fellow workers the right to labor with dignity. Is this an actual? Wow. Hey! No wonder Scott Benson likes this game so much. It's interesting. So this and Night in the Woods have quite a few overlaps. But I mean, if you want to highlight some really stark black and white examples of like the evils of corporations, mining is a pretty clear cut example. So it makes sense, especially like regionally, like coal country is a thing. Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't have to be. It's saying something. It's not pretending not to be saying something. And I really actually respect and appreciate that. Are there people who would be turned away from, like, turned off by this reading this? Probably. I don't know that they'd make it this far. But I also know, like, as I was playing Night in the Woods for the first time, which is also not a subtle game, that I was like, oh, I haven't thought about this before. I should maybe think about some of this. I mean, I've told Scott Benson, I'm like, so you radicalized me, buddy. He's like, yeah. But, I mean, it is true that art makes you think about things. So if you're creating art and you're not choosing to make it escapism, which is a valid choice as the creator of art, but if you want to say something, art is a way to do it. So, and I'm not necessarily saying that you're criticizing it either. I think this is good. I mean, this is something that really struck me. The university that I worked at, the Catholic university that I worked at, had been founded by a group of brothers, and it was a very social justice oriented university. Like that was, anytime I interviewed anyone related to the university, a student, alumni, anyone, I would get to the point where they started talking about how they contributed to social justice, how they served the community, what they were doing to make the world a better place, because almost without exception they were. And I would talk to some of the brothers there, and the fact that for them social justice wasn't like a hobby or a thing that they did on the side. They were like, this is how we put our faith into the world. This is what we're called to do. And so, like, I'm half Jewish, and I grew up mostly outside of that experience, even though that's the side of the family that I know better. But as I've kind of gotten to know more Jews, because I grew up in Texas where there weren't a whole ton, and have learned that that's actually kind of how they are so called to live their faith. Look at me, I know how to use the right language now. I don't know, I find that sort of thing really beautiful. And it's very different from the, what's it called? A lot of the evangelical Christians do the what's it called? When you're, the idea, the gospel of financial success. What's it called? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? It's a word for financial success. What's that word? Oh, my brain is not doing well today, as you can tell. I'm having trouble with words. Prosperity gospel. Thank you, Nick. So I grew up in the Bible Belt in Southern Baptist country, and the prosperity gospel was a big part of that, permeating things even when it wasn't explicitly the case. And so, growing up outside of religion, myself, but surrounded on all sides by that permeating the culture, that's what I thought of as people of faith, because that was the entirety of my experience. And it's been kind of an amazing thing to be like, oh wow, people can feel motivated by their faith to do good things instead of to try to control other people and get ahead. And I guess I would say I apologize to anyone who follows those faith traditions, and is offended by this, but also, like, literally prosperity gospel is a thing, and just fundamentally there are things about those groups that, like, please, if you are in one of those categories, I'm sorry if this hurts you, but do think about what the people that you're surrounding yourself with say and believe and do. Mostly do. Because the idea is that you're supposed, like, oh, you're supposed to take care of people. You're supposed to care for people. But then we have this preoccupation with the idea of the deserving poor and the undeserving poor. When if you're called to take care of people in need, you're not supposed to ask that question. I'm not a big fan of the Puritans and our puritanical heritage. Yeah, but what is it, the statement that all Americans are just temporarily inconvenienced or temporarily embarrassed millionaires, I think, is the saying. So, yeah. It's concerning. Violent protest in Chicago, 4 martyrs. Is that based on something particular? Like, should I understand that? I suppose if I were better at following the labor movement, and labor organization, I might know about that. I mean, that's important stuff. Oh no, we're having dropped frames again. It is based on a real life event. Okay. Card games, science fiction, and perspective geometry. Huh. I do it. I don't get paid for it. I take it seriously. No one tells. Is that a hobby? Perhaps a vocation? So you can listen to more or less of the homily if you want to. Shannon's probably going to shut down the sermon talk. Shannon. Oh dear. Yeah, if you look at him, he seems like he's bent over more than he had been. Oh dear. Going to see the doctor's probably not the best idea I've ever had. Well, I mean, it wasn't even my idea. I feel like going to the doctor in the underworld is not good. Area C entry. And then I'm wondering, what's the significance of it being Area C? Conway would totally say I'm okay. Which is what I had him say the last time this happened. Wait, isn't this exactly what he said? Oh, I see. Yeah, no, I think you're right. With the computer thing. Wait, is this? Wait, no, this is looping. It's looping. This is yeah. Ah. 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 No, but that's literally what they said. That's literally the same dialogue, isn't it? That's the exact same dialogue. And now let's see if this thing has power. She says about the thing that the tram. But now she's talking about this. Deja vu. That's awesome. Yes. Oh. Man, these are such good choices. Every single one of them is a good choice. This is the most in character one, I think. Although I can imagine Conway kind of beginning to crack in that regard. This is also a very Conway answer. I mean, I'm curious about the sermons personally. Oh man, Shannon she's just got no patience for anything here. She's like, I've got no patience for this weird magic realism nonsense. I've got no patience for your hang-ups, Conway. We're just gonna get this taken care of. Just like, I am the price. We're just gonna get through here. If I just keep walking, none of this is gonna, this isn't gonna stick. I still love the stage directions. It's so great. I don't know. Here, there, that's true. Poor Brandon, he's having some trouble here. Commuters. Ooh, what do they commute between? It's interesting the fact that, oops. Let's see if this works. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. No, I think I did it wrong. Okay. Well, so having a character be injured and have that actually be part of the story is good. It keeps consequences, it keeps the stakes high. I'm doing this wrong. Okay. Here's the crystal. Now we're gonna go this way. Oh, there's an option to turn around. Okay. The pipe organ. Alright, alright. Alright, we're getting there. The staircase. I don't think we've encountered a pipe organ. I guess that might be the music projector. See, we just saw the projector. Don't know that we've seen the bell. Oh, but perhaps that's at the bureau when you ring the bell. The tree that's always on fire. The sprocket widgets, things that are made in a factory. I think the anchor was in the mine. I think we're almost there, if I remember correctly. Wheelbarrow. Antlers. Oh man! That is a person who was not here, who then came here. We saw him come here. Here we go. I found the bureau. It definitely wasn't a complete go around in circles, accomplishing nothing. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces is such a good name. But to reclaim this space, you have to kick somebody else out of it. Okay, so we have to go back here and ask them. Oh, hello. Oh, that's the... It's Marianne. We got filed. Excellent. Okay, I'm trying to think through. Have I done everything that I know how to do? I went through all of the random little bits. Ah, man. Yeah, whenever people are like, you know, organized labor's not so important. I'm like, hey, how do you like that, like, 5-day week? How do you like that 8-hour day? Those of you who are lucky enough to be limited to an 8-hour day, i.e., not the medical profession, for example. How on earth is it legal in any country for doctors to have to work 26-hour shifts? I have a cousin up here in Toronto who's a relatively young new doctor. How? Do they take stimulants? How is that physically possible? And then how is that legal to require that? What is wrong with everything? That's a big question. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else to see down here that I haven't done. I drove around and I went to all the little tourist destinations. We could go talk to Lula again if we wanted to. We've already seen the bears. I don't think there's really anything else. We're gonna get back to the real world. See what happens there. I wonder if we're gonna go back and forth between the real world and the zero. This is not what I expected this game to be in a lot of ways. The construction lights. That's where that thunk is coming from. The lights are getting less. Okay, yeah, earlier like they were at the same time and now they're completely not. Some of those things that's very quietly maddening, you know? Like the like a blinker light and a blinker click and the blinker in front of you when you're waiting in line in your car. And your blinker timer is going and their blinker's going and they're not quite right, but then for like a few seconds they seem like they're together, but they're just far enough apart. Anyway. Let's see what else there is to see and do here. Oh god, I feel really bad taking him anywhere because he's in such intense, like, apparent physical pain. Let's go visit Lula. Ding ding. Oh, elevator music. Periodically, games don't have elevator music. Let's go to the clerk's offices. We're gonna go visit Lula. It just looks like a parking garage to me. And I know that's wrong, but... Lula? Will you talk to me? No? Huh. I guess there's nothing else to see and do here. And normally I wouldn't give up so easily, but I just feel so bad making him walk anywhere. He's so clearly not doing well. I haven't played Disco Elysium yet. Hey Blues, it is going. Yeah, I didn't... I went over to her desk. I guess... Is that not her? I guess no, that's not her. She's got gray hair. Maybe she's on a different floor. Bears? Do you think we should go up to see the bears? Okay, fine. We'll go see the bears. Maybe that won't actually cost me anything, theoretically. Bears. Yeah, because those people seem to be having the same meeting. Look, they've even got donuts and coffee. You see that? Because that's what you do in meetings. And the bears are just like, hey, I'm a bear. You don't say. Yep, they do say. I like how you can hit the button to go either up or down, but it doesn't really matter, you know? Oh my god, if the bears had ties, could you handle that? I don't know if I could handle that. That would be good too. Let's see. Broken record skipping. Yeah, maybe Lula left. I thought we might find her, but I don't see her. Well, good for her. Maybe. Maybe. Don't want to, like, be too presumptuous about things going well for anyone in this game. We'll see what happens. Alright, well, Lula. I'm very good with words. What's the current goal? Oh, funny you should say that. Is that somebody else at Lula's desk? I think that is. Because Lula has gray hair, right? And there's a person at her desk that just got brown hair. Well, we want to find a doctor. The doctor's not on Route 65, though, right? The doctor is somewhere down here, right? Yes, we're trying to get... You see how my character is walking poorly? It's because he got his leg busted. Carrington, I can talk to you. Ah, that's right, Homer's over there. Oh no! Have I? Oh my god, these are all good choices. Oh my god, I can't handle this! What am I gonna do? Like, okay, so there's a stage at the mine. We're not quite sure that it's, safe. Also mines are scary. Self-storage facility, him presenting the play, might be really entertaining for the janitor, and I feel like that would be good for the janitor. But also, I want to see it, and I don't want to be underground. So the gas station sounds good. But Joseph said no already, didn't he? Honestly, the one that makes the most sense is the self-storage facility. I think the self-storage facility. I thought he said he wanted an open space. Now he would probably say no to none of it. How desperate, how earnestly spiritual. Ah, this appeals to Carrington. He's like, ah, yes. I get this. The psychoacoustics of the space. Psychoacoustics. Oh, good. He is explaining what he's talking about. I mean, like, he's not entirely, like, he's not, like, wrong. I don't know that he's right, but I don't think he's wrong. In the belly of industry. Oh, I want to see it! But what if I leave and then I can't see it? I don't know what to do? Oh, this is stressful. This is so stressful. But what else can I do to kill some time? Did I miss it? He is a theater guy. He's not just any old theater guy. He's a theater guy carrying around a giant set of antlers on his shoulders, trying to find a space to put on his performance. I wanna do this, but I don't know how else to stall for time. I should have told him to do it on the surface. What do I do? Oh. Maybe so, Nick. Let's find out. We're gonna go drive. They have places to go. We got places to go. We do. We got places to go. I think this might be the wrong way, actually. The crystal, I think, is the other way. The jaws. I don't know that we've seen that yet. I'm sorry, apparently the dropped frames are continuing. The cactus! Now, come on. That's true, Nick. There's enough overlap in feel between this and the book that I'm reading that, like, a character who's not actually like Carrington at all has popped into my head as overlapping with him on some level. Okay, so we get to the crystal. Then we stop. And then we go around. I think. I'm probably doing this wrong, aren't I? Oh no! I did it wrong. I did it right. How do I get... No. How do I... No, I want it... I can't go there! It's not giving me an option! What am I doing wrong? I guess we're gonna wind back up in the zero. Sometimes I do accidentally go the right path on the first try and I'm very disappointed. So here's a crystal. And then we turn around. And then we're just gonna cruise and cruise and cruise and cruise, and it's much farther going back. Oh wait, no it's not! Okay. Hey Desmaya! I am enjoying the game. It is a good game. It is definitely a good game. I want to find Carrington. Is he still there or did he go? I know. I'm sad. He left! Alright, we're gonna go find him. We're gonna go find him. I'm going. Carrington's not here anymore. We're gonna try again. I love that instead of being a truck, I'm now a unicycle. Naturally. I know I'm frequently a unicycle when I go into the underworld. I can't. Okay, well, I guess that's not gonna happen, huh? Fine, I guess. Which I guess tells me that I'm going to be coming back to the zero at some point if I actually manage to leave. I guess let's go to the doctor. See if the doctor cures what ails us spiritually. I hope. Okay. Well. I tried. I guess let's go see the doctor. We'll go do what we're supposed to do. I think we've seen everything. Dr. Truman. Kentucky. Notice how people don't actually tell you the street names ever? Happy to help, she says, without even being thanked. What just... Oh. Oh! I'm just, like... processed. I'm out. Good. Okay. We're, like... Man, there's so many things. I want to see and do all of the things. I want to go talk to Joseph. Hope the game doesn't, like, punish me for... No! Go, go, go! I guess I'm a unicycle here, too. Oh. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Also, the tree's not here. Huh. Oh, man. His poor truck, then. Dirt road. Huh. Drive down the path. I mean, I'm gonna go see the doctor anyway. Huh. Oh! This is... There's... It's not pickup trucks, it's another kind of vehicle, but there's an exact thing like this. I know, Gundy. I know. There's an exact parallel for that down. You know? That's so interesting. Now I want to go everywhere and look for everything. Drive down every little street because that indicates that there's some things that weren't there before. Cartoonish housekeeper. I've been listening, carrying a mountain of cleaning supplies. Why would you ever not look in? Oh, that's interesting. It's not what you expect, is it? Boiling. No, I'm not going there yet. You can't make me progress. How on earth did that... Well, okay. I'm gonna go everywhere else. Sorry, folks. We're doing it. And by everywhere else, I mean we're gonna cruise around a bunch until I decide that I feel like progressing the story. Look. If this game wanted me to not do this, it would have his condition worsen because I'm taking a long time, not because it's plot related. Man. I thought there would be new stuff, because that was new stuff. I think that was new stuff. Maybe it wasn't. Gonna go cruising up here. 'Cause I haven't been up here yet, I don't think. Anita Road. The fact that as you turn the map... Aha! Wait, what? Hey, character moment. All right. Look at all those stars. I don't think... You would think when I lived in small town Pennsylvania, I'd be able to see lots of stars. And maybe I could see more, but I never actually went out. And I do kind of regret this. Wait. The stars are moving. Watch them. Every single star in the sky here is moving. Sorry, that's distracting. Well, I mean, technically, I believe the Earth is rotating on its axis and the stars are staying at a fixed point in the universe. But, yeah. So interesting. Yeah, one of my regrets about living in small town Pennsylvania is that I didn't actually go out into the countryside that I was surrounded by at night and look at the stars. I kept meaning to, but it was a really bad time in a lot of ways. So there are a lot of things I meant to do that I didn't get a chance to, or didn't get around to, or wasn't in any condition to. So perhaps I will go see the Northern Lights somewhere in Ontario instead, now that I can do that. Ah, really? Stars move around the center of the galaxy? I clearly astrophysics is not my area of expertise. Let's talk about Shannon. Awkward moment here. Oh, we have a black hole at the center. That's not so good. Oh, West Virginia. Driving through West Virginia. It's beautiful. Let's give somebody a positive moment. Let's see what happens if we say yeah, actually. Oh, Conway. Oh, there's an actual tender moment right here. Conway's having a good experience despite his leg. I'm glad. I'm glad, Conway. Hold on. Do you hear that? Oh, the controller is moving. Wow. Wow. That was amazing. Yeah, they did establish, I'd love to. I don't have the option to move anywhere. But there was a previous scene that that if you sat and waited, something happened. So I figured I would wait to see, especially because like you could hear that. You could hear that sound. I could then feel it at the controller. That's really cool. Oh man, I would love to find that, Gundy. Let's see. We're gonna cruise on the road in what I think might be the direction of that. Probably not. But you know. So many of the little bits that you come across in this game are self-standing and like never really return. Oh, oh, oh! I take that back. Bird. Just such a like mundane conversation. No. Not getting back in my truck. Huh. Oh my god, the specific detail of microwaving some steam in the bag broccoli like makes it like pulls it back down to earth when all of these other things are happening that are much larger than life and surreal and not even no larger than life is the wrong word. But like kind of disconnected from reality, it starts feeling like you're kind of like looking through things like in like a mirror funhouse sort of way or funhouse mirror sort of way. And then we've got our microwaving steam in the bag broccoli. Red, green, blue. Wonder if you can only find this if you saw that happen. So many layers of potential conspiracy theories here. Scanner? Oh, I guess like a police scanner? Oh man. Well, I'm sure that I will miss and overlook some things, but... Okay, that appears to be everything. It's strange because, like, never quite 100% sure. I love the flavor text here. They get distracted. Oh, man. Like, the things that happen, they just kind of happen. They don't get commented on. They don't get tied up in bows. Nothing is neat or tidy or explained. Nothing is remarked upon. It just kind of happens. I don't know about that, Gandhi Butt, but I do admit I take a certain degree of pride in finding things occasionally that other people didn't find. Um, we're not on the zero now, though. The lower depths. Hey, Homer. Oh! Oh no! It's a bar. Oh no, Conway. Oh no! Okay, not this place. Places like this. Yes. All of these answers are so interesting. And a lot of times picking the dialogue feels like choosing the poetry. Like the answers that I'm putting here, like they have kind of a cadence to them. Not even it's not even like fitting a meter, but there's just something about it, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Probably in an awkward bittersweet sort of way. We're gonna go to the bar. Yeah, you probably shouldn't be Conway, but I'm just trying to hear the music. Interesting that she says this place gives her the creeps, though. Oh, you can actually watch the traffic lights. Sorry, we're gonna watch the traffic lights for a minute. Because that's an interesting detail, isn't it? Is it red in both directions? No, it's green in that direction now, you can see. That's such an interesting detail. So now it's yellow, cycles to the green, or cycles to the red, and the other ones, yeah. It's not interesting. Like, what an interesting detail to program in, right? Oh man, that does sound pretty creepy, but also New Orleans is weird. Okay, bathrooms having no door in bars is actually not unheard of. I have been to bars that had that. However, the rest of that, no, that does sound like your friend might have stumbled into Louisiana Route Zero. Yeah, just like I mean, I guess probably nothing else is gonna happen here, but like, why go through the trouble of having the lights cycle like this? I don't know. Homer is so cute. I know, no, I love it. It's just, 'cause it's probably time to go. Shannon's like, no, we're not doing this. Shannon, you're probably right. We shouldn't do that. Where have I been? Where haven't I been? I forgot. I got distracted. Oh man. It's so interesting the scenes that they choose to show versus the scenes that they choose to tell. And in a way, it's kind of all arbitrary. Um, but the scenes that they show are the ones that have more impact. So having a scene at a bar like that instead of just telling you, in that case, the importance of it is, I guess. Okay, yeah. So the ones that it chooses to show like that are character moments. Traffic jam. The ones that it chooses to tell are story building. Construction. Oh my god, I was stuck in one of these when we were coming back from MagFest. And we wound up taking, because we were on a small highway through small town Pennsylvania, coming up north to get to cross the border and get into Ontario. Um, and we just like waited and waited and waited because there was like an 18-wheeler that was like stuck like across traffic or something. I don't know. Anyway, we took even smaller roads to get out of there. It was a whole thing. Let's try to start up a conversation. Huh. This is like one of those just like weird and slightly wrong things. Like the traffic is stuck waiting every 10 feet. Like what a horrifying, like, I mean, that sounds like a very specific kind of hell, doesn't it? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Oh, what is this shiny thing? No, it's shiny. What is it? I want to, what? No, what? Yeah. Oh, okay. But it won't let me in. Oh, it's the observatory, that the directions. Okay, thank you. Alright, well, we've driven around a whole bunch. Maybe we should probably go get our leg treated. Otter Gap Road. I think I've driven around everywhere. Stars? I mean, apparently things go rocketing out of the sky and colliding with the ground. I like how it describes the farm, and it's just like, yeah, the barn is gone. The cave is gone. These things just don't exist anymore. And you're like, oh, okay. Let's do it. Is this going to be the museum from the interlude? Let's find out. Joseph is snoozing, so I don't get to talk to him. I want to talk to him. Museum of Dwellings. Oh, this is all about place. Everything is calling out place specifically. Fascinating. Hi, we're going to talk to Homer. Full thunderstorm of water dripping from roof. Huh. Thomas. Was that one of the other friends in the basement? Specific. Lizette's herb garden. That's how we know this is. Huh. Aww. What's up, Shannon? Just looking for frogs. I want to know what the outside perspective on my characters is. The power company again. Always coming by unannounced. I missed. Huh. That sure is a sight, seeing. I guess that must be my truck. See the back. Yeah, no, the game is really, it has a very good sense of like the visuals are very effective. What a strange and interesting storytelling mechanic. I'm sorry, that was really cool. I did not expect that. And you could just walk out and miss all of this, potentially. Maybe not. I don't know. I want to know what else you talked about. Of course I do. Oh my god, Chrono, I'm so jealous of you right now. I'm gonna have to go to the Social Justice Bakery and get some more sourdough tomorrow because they make the best bread. And also, it's the Social Justice Bakery. Oh man! I want to ask all these questions. I want to ask every question. Oh my god. This is so exciting. See, like, isn't that interesting? I mean, this is the most absurd answer. There's no way. But also, I don't even know. Like, I can't even wrap my head around answering this question with this answer. Like, this, the existence of, I mean, I guess it's just a child. I like this one, but this is the one that's most intriguing. Okay, fine. I'm surrounded by giant aphids. Glowing moss. That's super interesting. Also notice that that's an exhibit. This bird house. I feel like I'm picking sections from story bits that I've seen so far. Perhaps somebody feels like this is significant symbolism for her. Maybe. Like a child xylophone. Like, let's just, like, I mean, just let's just pause for a moment and listen to the words used here. Like she ran one fingernail along the bars of the wire cage, marking out a tuneless scale like a child's xylophone. Like, oh, how do you write such beautiful sentences? There's so many little bits. I want to see all of the little bits. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. I guess oh, and there's a guitar. Just like, I'm sorry, I'm really interested in this. Like, does everything here, like, this goes beyond magic realism into outright surrealism, because everything that is happening here is so outside of reality. Like, why is the neighborhood a museum, but it's not a finished museum, but there's people who live in the museum? Maybe? Yes, there's people who live in the museum, and my characters aren't commenting on the strangeness of this because I'm not being the characters anymore, you know? Like, that's such an interesting decision. Ha! Oh, I bet he's in a program, yeah. He was here for a bit and then he left. Is this a church? Oh, I want to look at this one. Is this a chicken coop? Yeah. These folks. Ah, contexts, dwellings. These are different homes. Hence, you've got a house, you've got a bird cage, you've got a dog house, you've got a chicken coop. Dwellings. I'm glad that they pointed this out because I hadn't made that connection myself. Oh my god. They have made a museum filled with the idea of definitions of home, and they have put the homeless in it. I mean, it's not the worst thing bureaucracy has ever done. So that cabin, when he talks about Lizette's herb garden, that's his former boss's, or his current boss, former boss's house. Talked about barns. The doghouse. Oh. Oh. See, like, isn't that precious? Cheered him up. Okay, can't go that way. It is definitely better than spikes and bench warmers. Well, and it's true, like, as much as people sometimes dismiss it as sounding like a joke when you're like, the way to cure homelessness, like the way to solve homelessness rather is to give people homes. But it's actually like that's actually how it works. That's actually true. I don't know. So interesting. So this is the Museum of Dwellings. It did say it was the Museum of Dwellings. I didn't think about that. That folder's where they looking at? Building site. All the homes were relocated here. Original residences before we leveled the... Oh my god. Did they... Wait, no, did they level the neighborhood and then put the people who are homeless because they demolished their homes in these... That's definitely it. Wow. Which, like, of course, like, is the same sort of absurdity, bureaucratic absurdity of, the storage unit and the bureau trading, and the church trading places. Landlords. So they're investigating, trying to figure out where Truman went. Well, one of the things that's frustrating is that the, wait, hold on. Okay. The upscale apartments and condos, like, or upscale apartments and boutiques is actually, in my experience, usually, really cheaply made, really expensive condos that will start falling apart in a couple of years, being sold to people with more money than sense, or people from, more expensive regions moving in. Oh my god, don't get me started on the Californians moving into Austin. Shady characters, yeah. They seem suspicious. And it's like, it's clear that the museum staff didn't do this because of the money per se. Like, they're like doing it for the art. The art. Oh man. Oh, is that a dumpster? That's a dumpster. It's a dumpster. That person lives in a dumpster, friends. Then we've got the like caravan thing that attaches to a truck. We've got mobile home. Oh no? Not a dumpster, Gundybot? A bunker. Okay, maybe it's a bunker. Oh, I haven't looked at the tent yet, have I? Huh. Well, I gotta say, everything about this is extremely surreal. The selective lighting is really interesting. The audio makes it really effective. Did the rain pick up? Has it been that, like, raining that heavily this whole time? Well, I think that's... Did I get turned around? Oh, I thought I saw everything there was to see over there. Because there's two sides, and I've already looked at what's on the right. I thought I then looked at everything that was on the left. But maybe there's more. Let's see. Cause see, here's the mobile home. I don't think there's anything behind it. So I tried walking that way. It doesn't look like I can go to the right. Wait, no, that's a train. That's totally a train. We're gonna have people who live in the boxcar. Why it won't let me go there? Can't go around this. Can't go around that. What is this? Don't know. I think this... Oh, wait, no, there is one more. Okay. Oh, it's a glass house. No, it's a guy in a porch. Okay. His boat. Broke the characters. Broke the characters. The animation is not so good. Talk to them on the porch. I want to answer. I want to hear all about this. What did you talk about? Neighborhood. Hudson and his sailboat. The greenhouse. Huh. 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 That's very interesting. This is far and above the most people that we've seen in this game, you know? I wanna get over here. I wanna go here. Yes. That's what I want to do. Yes, I want to go up the elevator. Yes, I do. Bird? Where? I didn't see a bird. This game is extremely surreal. Oh no, what? Oh, does this mean that I pull out my umbrella? I thought it meant leaving. I wasn't ready to leave yet. The umbrella symbol I thought meant leave. I guess I could pull out my umbrella. Oh wow, that was a gigantic bird! Did you see the gigantic bird? How was he injured? Oh! Okay, well I guess I can pull out my umbrella. Alright, there we go. That was a giant bird. No, like really big bird. She's got an actual house. Oh, this is where the bigger homes are, I suppose. What is this? Oh, this is a shop. There goes the bird again. It's enormous. Hello, person with a name. I'm gonna talk to you. Oh, it's a child. Ha. This is a way more interesting answer, picking this one. Huh. I'm sorry. I'm kind of speechless. Huh. The roads don't go there. Ah. Is Julian the giant bird? Julian's the giant bird. Julian's the giant bird. I'm sorry. This is incredible. Huh. LED displays, yes. Oh, I didn't realize I was controlling the bird. Okay, so if I go west or south. Huh. Sorry, I'm... So, like, I expected that the 0, when we finally got to it, would be... Yeah, I thought that the 0 was gonna be the place that going around and it was gonna, like, make my jaw drop. But apparently the 0 was perfectly acceptable. Not too weird. Not too shocking. It turns out magic realism and I get along really well, but, I think that it got swept up not in the beak. I think in the feet. I think we're being carried by the bird and his feet. Like this I wasn't prepared for. I was prepared for the 0 and bending time space. But I wasn't prepared for this. This is amazing. Oh man. Oh my god, this is incredible. There's just something so, like, just the fact that you, like, barely have time to react. You, like, realize it's the bird just a few seconds or shortly before the bird shows up and swoops by and picks you up. Oh my gosh. Swamp! Well, nature has clearly reclaimed this space. Wow. I like don't want to miss anything. So I'm like being very thorough. I hope that's not too annoying for you. That looks like where I'm supposed to go, doesn't it? There's the forest, yeah. What happens if I go past the forest? Well, I'm happy to know that finding the forest doesn't automatically close. Look at the beautiful, incredibly, this must be the feather in the 0. Don't think we had a feather earlier. A pelican and they're hanging out in the gullet? Maybe. Seems unlikely, but not impossible. Oh my goodness. Sorry folks, I realize I'm going way out of the way here. I love seeing all these places, especially the places that I've seen before, you know? Like there's something really satisfying about being like, oh, I've been there. Oh, I've seen that. Oh, I know what that is, you know? Like that. I don't know if I've seen this. Oh, for some reason I was picturing that as it shoved its, took its limbs off and put them in a suitcase. And I was like, what? That's what I expect from this game, okay? I expect people to, like, take their limbs off and put them in a suitcase and then go about their merry way. You can't tell me that doesn't seem like a thing that might happen here. Oh, oh! Okay, so I've already flown all over here. Oh my goodness. Alright, well that is the mine that would take me to the 0. Shall we head straight to the forest, folks? I'm pretty sure that'll be the end of this act. Then I think we've got an intermission. I feel like I've seen everything that I can remember to see. Except possibly the crater. I'm not quite sure where I am. I got lost. Sorry, folks. But I'm heading east now, so hopefully that'll help. This looks like a river. I think I'm back on track finally. Yes, it's the Green River, finally. We've got it. Oh, man. Wait, did I do it wrong? I must have. I thought that was, well, okay. Anyway, this is amazing. And the, like, first little while as you play it is pretty incredible. It's a bird-shaped dog. Everything's a dog. Everyone's a dog, that's all. Green River Lake. But now I'm heading west. That's not where I want to go. Okay. Wait. Oh, it's a maintenance record. Tram 5, 5/12/05. Okay, so all right. All right, well, we're just gonna go east. And then, wait, hold on, what was this? More, no. That's, wait, that's, it's a lake, it's a river, it's a bird, it's a plane. It is definitely a bird. East. Wow. Oh. Did you see there's like a circle there? I'm not quite sure what's happening. There it is. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna land. It's gonna be the end of Act 2. No, it's not the end of Act 2. Wow, Act 2 is longer than I thought, or else I am slower than I thought. Which is possible. A forest. Museum of Dwellings is so well named. I'm the child! I'm the child! Oh man. Listen to those buggies.
Black smoke's arising and it surely is a train. Surely is a train, boys, surely is a train. Black smoke's arising and it surely is a train. I'm on my long journey home.
This is a good question.
Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money.
These are all good answers.
$2 bill. I'm on my long journey.
This song is really pretty. Hear that banjo? I'm on my long journey home. Why is this? I don't know.
I'm sick and lonesome and I'm feeling kinda blue. Feeling kinda blue, boys, feeling kinda.
That's fair, Ezra.
I'm sick and lonesome and I'm feeling kinda blue. I'm on my long journey home.
Oh, it's an eagle. there again, looping. Oh, what? Okay, the storytelling. Like, notice they're here now. So they didn't have to walk. I'm wandering through the woods and it cuts me through different scenes with them. Leaving, like kind of stepping out of your characters' heads. So interesting. Oh, and now we're back to Conway. I don't know. Oh, they're so. I want to know what they say to everything. I want to see all of the lines of dialogue. You tree enthusiast. I didn't see Conway liking birds. Shannon. Oh. Yeah, no, Conway's responses, I feel like he's really not doing well, so. Yeah. Because he doesn't, I mean, what else does he have? Not a lot. He's got him and he's got his dog and he's got his job and he's got some ties to the people he works for. Not much else. Is Conway gonna make it? Do you see? Look. Yeah. Ah. 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 Okay, I officially love this game. Look at that. Look at that. Well, it's like not only has he been dealt a rough hand in life and doesn't trust people, I think also he doesn't really value himself or his needs or his wants or his dreams in any way.
I'm sick and lonesome and I'm feeling kind of blue.
Is he? Yeah. So both Charlie and Ira seem to have passed. Friends by default. That's such an interesting phenomenon. Yeah. I know people who, I know a girl who, when her half-sister left for a while, she felt betrayed and was angry because it's like you were like the one steady, like, person that I was closest to, and that's really interesting to me. To be like, I recognized that you were doing what you had to do for your own reasons, but it hurt so much. I feel like Shannon needs someone to listen to her too. Best available friends. Yeah, Nick, I think that idea. Talk to the pups. Oh. Oh my. see what's up.
Smoke's arising
I'm
and it surely is a train. Surely is a
legitimately concerned about Conway making it through the end of this game. Huh. Ah. Ah. Uh. I wonder if they're at the zero. Okay. What an interesting place. Wow. Right, that's right. Lula did say that he did joints. Huh. Scholarship with that pharmaceutical company with strings attached. Yeah, so um I think this does a really good job highlighting that I think a significant percentage of people who go into the medical field want to help people, but also the healthcare industry is really messed up. And we were talking about doctors working outrageously long hours, but also like the fact that the pharmaceutical agency or the pharmaceutical industry can essentially bribe doctors into prescribing medication that they'll make lots of money off of is appalling. Like, how is this a thing that you like? How can this be a thing that people encounter and don't think something is seriously wrong here? No, it's not the healthcare. It's an industry. Healthcare shouldn't be an industry. Healthcare should be a thing that is not driven by profit. You know? Because when you set something up to make the most amount of money as possible, it's going to cut a lot of corners and sacrifice a lot of things along the way, and you make decisions about your priorities. And I think in America especially, like, we kind of are raised with, and maybe this is changing now, but this idea that, well, like, no, obviously if you can make more money, you should do the thing that will make you more money. Obviously if the company could make more money doing something, it should do that. But then, like, I think like my generation and younger kind of has started asking, like, or should they? Maybe they should not. Maybe we should have something, anything, to try to keep companies from profiting at all costs, which is what they do. Ha ha! Thanks, Dr. Truman. I mean, he's clearly really young. So. What? Going home. Oh. Yes, I think Kafka is a lot closer to what's actually happening than I think he would be comfortable observing. Mm. Oh! Oh, good. I actually didn't think Conway was going to make it. Oh, dear. Well, he might not be okay. He's like, it's funny when he says, it's more appropriate in cases like yours where you're just like, um, this is clearly his practiced speech that he says. Look at the font on 5. Wind and trees intensifies. Yeah, it was definitely the same as what we heard outside. Oh dear. Well, this isn't good. This medication is unmaking reality around me. That's not untrue, Gundy, but... Alright. Well, that, I can imagine if you were playing this one act at a time, it's quite a way to stop, isn't it? Well, we have an intermission, and then we can shut down. Let's go ahead and do our intermission. Oh, 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 is this going to be the play? Is this going to be the performance? Let's find out. No. Wait, that's him and the doctor. No, it's not. No, we're in a bar. I see, okay. Hard times is... Oh! This is that same bar that we... Yeah! That's a sandwich with brick. Oh, this is originally released in VR? That's extremely cool. Huh! interesting having to like reconstruct. I've heard of people doing that. I don't know if Doolittle is actually a real person or not, but I swear I've heard people have this philosophy. Composers too, I think. Her own artistic company, performing company, foregrounding the physicality of theater. Bold decision to borrow stage directions from a different play. Oh, what an interesting idea! Taking a pantomime, which is nothing but stage directions, and pairing it with something. Hello, Carrington. Student production is audacious. I don't even know if any of this is real. We can lie, but not about the heart of the matter. I think that's a good point. Hmm. Oh, I wonder whether Doolittle went to the zero. Oh man. It's not in the same location? Oh no. Oh my gosh, so here's a review. That's excellent. Well done, Lily Thurston. So, because I guess I didn't grow up in a place that had a sense of place, like, the fiction that I wrote didn't have locations. It basically took place in um, an undefined, undescribed, uncertain, like basically like in a white box with nothing on the walls or anything like that, until I moved to Austin. And when I moved to Austin, all of the stories that I wrote were set in Austin. And that made me realize why I'd never written stories set in the place that I grew up. And I actually have written a story um, now that's set in the location, a location that's basically a fictionalized version of my incredibly soulless suburban hometown. But I had to get away from there to see what its personality was because it didn't have a very well defined one. In fact, I would say that its personality is that it doesn't have one. And you have to have lived someplace that has personality before you can write about a place that doesn't have personality intentionally, because you have to know what personality is to know what it's like without it. Um, but after I moved to Austin and then started writing stories set in Austin, I guess I felt like I was like, okay, I'm going to be an Austin writer. Like this is who I am. This is where I live. This is what I write about. The beating heart of this city is something I wish to convey so that people can kind of see its soul the way I see its soul. But I didn't grow up in a place where it's like, oh, we have like our hometown heroes. Like my hometown doesn't have hometown heroes. Not really. It's way too flat and suburban for that. Um, but one of my friends in small town Pennsylvania is from another small town in Pennsylvania. And I went to go hear him play some music with a group that he'd been playing with since he was younger there because he was back home for the summer. And they played some music by composers who came from their little vicinity. And that those composers were hometown heroes. And that's really interesting. The idea of like having like local art people, like creators in your hometown, in your area being significant. I don't know. It's very distant voices. And I don't know if I know that album really. Oh hey, Texas. I know Texas. Everyone in Texas has air conditioning. Yes, no, this is correct. This is accurate. Yes, this is absolutely 100% accurate. You wear a jacket in the summer indoors because the air conditioning is so cold in Texas in an office. Good night, Blues. We'll see you later. Hmm. So she sounds like she's worrying about her husband being in a hotel. Does the action continue while I look around? Huh. Oh, I'm the barfly. Oh my gosh. Wow. Hmm. Deliveries. Huh. Strange. Oh, oh, oh. Um, we've seen them. I don't know what Rain's Law is. Yes, the Graveyard Distillery. I think. I don't know. Heard about them. Okay. Haha. All I could think about was work. The new kitchen. Oh, kitchens. Huh. Yeah. Ah, so the light comes back. See, when they said that they um used the stage directions from a different from the pantomime, I was like, oh, that makes sense. They're gonna use those stage directions to give some context to what's on stage or to what's being said. No, they stuck two things that are very unrelated together. Huh. The lighting changes depending on where you look. So that's the soundboard. like mounted on battens. I don't know what that is, but it's another sandwich made with bricks. Why are the sandwiches made with bricks? Ah, okay, you can push through the conversation. Huh. Oh, that's me. Oh, he looks right at me, yeah. Oh no. To keep the actors from eating the props. I don't know. Hmm. Oh, really? The brick sandwiches do have. Okay. Selling hammers. The entertainment. Junebug. Huh. From when the world was young. So I've seen that. Audience members. There's my chair. Oh, there's the TV. Okay. Weird dinosaur show. Huh. Huh. So yeah, I feel like the coolness. Okay, so that's looped. Wait, that's looping too. Okay, so that's looping. Act 2 sound cues. Okay, that's where we are. No, Miz, thank you for following. Even if I'm just looking around listening to things. Door opening. I wonder if these are actually the sounds that you hear in the games Act 2. Like, gonna have the meteor crash? No, they don't. Okay, well. There was a meteor that crashed. Oh, man. Student theater. Curiosity. Pleasure of a handful of baffled patrons. Absorbing if unfocused drama. Huh. Hmm. Was there another character named Pearl? Oh. These folks are just like, what? Oh! One of my favorite things of working at the university that I did was that when there was a new play at the theater, and we had a really good theater department, um, they would have faculty and staff in for a brown bag lunch where they would have various people who were involved in the production talk about, like, this is set design, this is like, here's the the conflicts I had to overcome um, as the costume designer, like all of these things. So it was really fascinating to kind of get it. Oh, that's Lula. That's Lula. I should have paid more attention. That's Lula. What are you doing out here, Lula? So that must be how she knows. Oh! But she looks like she's got gray hair here still. I don't know. Sorry, I was saying something and I got distracted. It's interesting that in the context of the story. Also, I swear there was someone named Pearl who showed up. Pearl was one of the people who lived in the museum. Are all of these people who live in the museum? I think they are. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh no. She is obsessed with this. I gotta say, like, thanks for coming by, Andrew. I appreciate your insight here. Yeah, so the dialogue here is very repetitive. And I'm not quite sure at this point what I'm supposed to, like, I feel like the play isn't the point, and yet I'm watching it. Oh. Uh-oh. 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 Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. Hmm. Oh, that's some good writing there. Okay, this suddenly picked up. Also, hi, Stolen Light. New kind of debt, a new technology. Ah. Ooh, okay. All right, we're gonna go there, are we? By the way, yeah. Hey, have you ever heard of payday loans? There have actually been some issues. Actually, hey, you want to talk about the social justice oriented university that I worked at? One of the things that they tried to do, that the brothers who were involved in politics were trying to fight against payday loans because they're extraordinarily predatory. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Oh man. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh dear, this isn't going to go well. That's the entertainment. Ah. It's funny because it feels like it's an empty performance. Like it feels like it's an empty hollow play where it's just the characters are making conversation. And then Act 3, okay. That's the same. Drone number 3 again. And that's it. Ah, so more notes. By the way, okay, so this is in the past. This is Lula as a college student then. Hmm. Ah. Rain's Law, which would have been archaic. If you can call the barfly a play. And really be clear about where it came from. Oh! 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 Joseph! Joseph! It's Joseph! Oh! Oh, well, suddenly this just became so much more interesting. These are the characters that I know and I have an investment in. Stiffly written, but well acted. So Carrington was the director. Huh. So Joseph wasn't blind yet, was he? Hmm. Oh man. Is all this uselessy stuff? Okay. Let's see. Now that we've gotten into the meat of the issue. Scene, evening, same tavern. Ah, these must be the parents. Ah. Huh. Huh. Oh my god. Mm. Mm. Oh jeez. This isn't good. Oh. The conversation is happening between them. Oh jeez. It's a little hard to keep up with. Just pace yourselves till you talk to her. Oh no. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. There'll be a reckoning. That's not ominous at all. Oh, yikes. This has gotten a bit heavy. That's me. Secret. Oh, yes, I'm curious about the distillery boys. Oh gosh, I hope that it's not that like they turn people into trees and then use that wood. Um, which is kind of like the thing in Over the Garden Wall has that, yeah? I mean not alcohol, but the trees. Mm. Oh dear. Everybody's having some trouble. Not going so great, is it? Ah! Oh! Hold on. Still in Act 3. Oh dear. Valentine's Day! Does anyone have any cool Valentine's Day plans? Ah! Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, that sounds nice. Relaxing soul and light. Oh no, are these two ladies gonna hook up? Ah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, that sounds like lots of fun stolen light. Hmm. Oh no. Hey Aquamagicist, how's it going? Hmm. Hmm. Oh dear. I'm doing alright. This game is strange and beautiful. Huh. Hmm. Uh-oh. Are these ladies gonna get together? Huh. Oh man. This actually sounds um like I could see a play sounding like this from an era. Reckoning. That can't be significant. Oh no. Oh no. He's gonna sell us to the distillery boys. Oh my god. He totally sold them out to the distillery boys. Huh. Oh man. We're good for it. We're good for it. No, really. Oh dear. Something terrible is going to happen. Yeah. It is now. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, this is definitely a thing. Selling people's debts. Oof. Oof. All right then. Well, that's not ominous in the least, and by that I mean that's extremely ominous. Yeah, no, the glowing skeleton. Like I couldn't tell if the glowing skeleton, and don't tell me this, but I couldn't tell if the glowing skeleton was part of like a character in the play, something outside of the play, and it's very hard to say. It's really hard to say how I'm supposed to like engage with. I don't know, like the narrative is in pieces, and you kind of ask yourself like, how literally should I take the things that are happening? Oh wow, it is cold out. Put my hands like in the vicinity of my window and felt just like cold, but it's like super cold out. Hold on, how cold is it in in Fahrenheit, which is the only one I understand? It's negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit out there. No, that can't be right. That must be negative 10 degrees Celsius. Right. Okay, that makes more sense. Either way, that's really cold, and I'm going to go out tonight into the cold just so I can see what it's like, because I don't have a lot of experience going into very, very cold weather. Yeah, I know, Stolen. I'm excited about it. I'm going to check it out. So this game is very interesting. I'm very pleased with it. Um, I feel like the play that we watched went on like the repetitive, mind numbing, um, uh, Like, I think that the stuff that was more mundane went on a little too long, which is not something that I would say about anything else in this game. If anything, like, everything else in this game is extremely spare. But it got to the point where, like, I understand what it was doing, but it was very slow. And it got to the point where I was like, do I really want to see all the way through this? And it definitely pays off by the time you get to the end. But if I have any complaints about anything in this game so far, it's interesting. You've got, like, these, like, hands holding, like, spinning the thing, you know, hands. You see the hands? I mean, I guess actually they're more like this way, but, like, they're hands. See, there's hands. And you can see how many of the dots I filled in, which is exciting. Oh man, it's gonna be good. So next week we will have the further adventures of hopefully Conway doesn't die and Shannon. And hopefully we'll figure out what the heck is going on with my internet so that we don't have the blobbity blob drop frames detected 10% every 2 minutes, which is not my favorite thing that's ever happened. So the first little while we didn't have that problem. But yeah, let's go ahead and shut down for now. Because I should probably figure out what I'm doing with the rest of my evening. Go enjoy the cold weather and then, like, maybe have hot chocolate or something to warm up. That sounds like a good way to spend the rest of the evening. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I've really enjoyed this game, and I will be back next Thursday for this. Tuesdays are Twilight Princess, Wednesdays are Final Fantasy VI. I've got a very full streaming thing. And thank you so much, Nick. Yeah, thank you guys for sticking around through it. I appreciate your patience. So take care, and I will hopefully see at least some of you next week. Bye!